going on, guys? It is Mike AOD81, and we are on the second video of our Lords of the Fallen walkthrough. And if you're following along, we are right at the vestige that we left off at the last video. So now what we're gonna do after stopping here is we're gonna come back out this way, and we're gonna make a right over here. You'll notice that there's no enemies for me because I didn't rest before. Otherwise there would have been a few enemies up there and whatnot. But we're gonna come over here and you can go down the ladder or fall. Right here there is an enemy below us. I usually try to fall and hit him. Oh, actually, he's not there. I'm just used to the difficulty level that I'm on in my game, but there is one down. No, there's not one there. There should be one through here. Okay, he's there. Alright, and if you saw where we could have come down that ladder, we fell, but there's a door right here. We can't get to there now, but we are going to be opening that up later. Like I said in the previous video, we're going to open all shortcuts, get all items, we're going to do it all. So we're going to jump across there, we're going to jump across here, and there will be an enemy over here with an umbral parasite. So with our lamp out in R1, we'll kill the parasite, and then we'll be able to do damage to the enemy. And he just dropped something. So we'll come over here, kill him. You can either jump or roll to this platform. And then we are going to jump onto this platform. And this is a dedicated item here. Just delirium fragments. So nothing that, you know, will harm a trophy run if you miss, but we're gonna grab everything just in case. There's an enemy to the left here. You can see his legs right there. We want to take him out first. Oh, my lock messed with me. There's the guy that actually attacks that we want to take out first. And then we can just deal with these little... These guys, they rarely, every once in a while, they seem to get upset for some reason and attack. But for the most part, they just sit there and pray. You can see that there is a mage right behind that breakable, waiting to try to push us off there. So I'm just going to run and attack through. Get rid of him. There will be another enemy right here. One right here. And a mage. I was waiting for him to throw something for a second. That's just an enemy drop, nothing important. But anyway, this is the way we came from. We killed the Avowed right here and went down the hallway, killed the Avowed right here. Depending what difficulty level you're on, sometimes there's one right here, but not for us on a first playthrough. So we're gonna run past the elevator, go around here, break through the boxes, and there's gonna be a pickup. Looks like it's just a generic weapon pickup, but we got it. And then we're going to go into the elevator and go up. And we're just going up. Going up, going up. And once the elevator opens, you see we got an item up here to the left. We're going to pick that up. And that's going to be another tink. And so we wanted to get that tanked, and we're coming down these stairs, and up ahead we're gonna turn right. Now to the right here, you're gonna see that there's a stigma there, so we're gonna pop umbral, and we're gonna go ahead and pop the stigma. You can sit there and listen to it if you want. I'm not. I'm gonna come over here and exit Umbral. Like I said in the last video, if a Stigma's playing, you can exit Umbral. You just can't die or rest while it's playing. You'll see that the Umbral scourings will still pop up on the screen right there. So we look right here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold out our lamp, and we're gonna walk across until we're kind of tucked into this little corner, and then when we let go of our lamp button, it's gonna drop us down here. We're gonna pick up this item, which is the Faithful Bludgeon. Now we're gonna go ahead and pop Umbral and come across here, and once we pull this bridge, some enemies are gonna come out of the wall behind us, so we'll turn around, take care of them. Okay, now we're gonna go across the bridge and pass the bridge on the left for now and go up this little Umbral ladder. We're gonna run around and take care of this fairy. Uh-oh. Yeah, I didn't get out in time. When you see that swirl, that blue and yellow swirl color around her, you want to kind of run or dodge out of that little circle or you're gonna take damage. So I'm gonna pop a heal right here, and we're gonna pick up that item, the Crimson Rector Sword. Now we're gonna come back here. That was the ladder we just came up, and this time we are gonna go across, and you see there's an Umbral Belly there. I'm gonna pop it from far away, go get the item, and just keep running across, because some Reapers are gonna show up, and they're probably a little overpowered for me right now. So I'm gonna exit Umbral just to get rid of them. And if we continue up this way, we're gonna see that there's an item here, the Crimson Rector Shield. So let's see what that's gonna do for us if we equip that. Actually, we'll try to sword and board it, maybe. Yeah, it looks like it's going to help us out, and it doesn't take us into heavy encumbrance. You want to stay in medium encumbrance or light if you're going for an agile character, being that I'm a strength build. On my main build, I'm carrying a lot of heavy stuff. I'm built like a tank, but I'm in medium encumbrance. If you jump into the heavy, you are going to move pretty slow. So I would say that you want to stay in medium encumbrance in that ballpark. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and we can't open this yet because we don't have the... Oh, actually, we did just pick up the key. That was what was in that last Umbral Belly. So we open this door, and we can run up here, and this actually goes back into Skyrest, our home base. I'll pass him for now, but just to show you where we're at, that's the main hall of Skyrest. So now, if you just come up here and talk to him, there is a little bit of progression for him. He'll tell you a little story, and you want to run through that dialogue. No new items yet, so we're good to go with him for now. So we can just walk back through this door with our lamp and go back out the way we came. And once we go down these steps, give me a second. Once we go back down these steps, this time we're going to go straight. And we're going to go over the boulders. That's where we got that stigma a bit ago. And we're going to turn right. There's going to be a door here, and we can open it now that we have that Skyrest bridge key. And once you get in here, if you run straight ahead, And there's nothing in the middle there, but you want to go around this circle to the outside. There's some pickups. A couple skulls, looks like. There's a chest right here with an armor set. And a third pickup item, which is another skull. Now, right here, we're going to go into Umbral. And to the left right here, you're going to see that there's a bridge. If we soul flay that bridge to us, we drop down, turn around behind us, and there's an umbral vein that's connected to a door that we want to soul flay. Then we're going to soul flay to get our bridge across to the ladder. Go up this ladder. Go back to where the chest and everything was, and this time we're going to go up the stairs to the left. We're going to go all the way up, 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 up. All the way up the steps. When we come out here and turn to the right, we're going to see the tortured prisoner. We're going to talk to her, and she's just going to mumble for now. Then if you turn around and look this way, there's a stigma. We're going to get that stigma going and let it play out. If you want to, stop, listen to it. But we run forward here, and we can open this door now with the Skyrest bridge key. And what that just opened for us is we are back in the main hall of Skyrest. So we're going to go back out the door that we just opened. That stigma is still playing. This time we're going to come around here to the left. And there are going to be a couple item drops in here. Skull, skull. If you go up here, there's going to be one. Another skull. Now, this item down here, if I remember right, it is nothing. And there's our umbral scourings from that stigma. This is nothing trophy related, but I said I would show everything, so we are going to drop down here. And there's an item right there. Oh, it actually is trophy related. That is a throwing weapon, a short javelin. So you definitely want to come down here and get that. That goes towards a trophy. Now we have to drop down here, and we're going to take a little bit of damage. Not too worried about it. This is where we talked to our hunchback friend, Tech Gear. And now since we have that door open, we can just come back this way and enter Skyrest the way we originally came from. There's Andreas on the right. Keep running, run, run, run. And then we're in the main hallway of Skyrest. There's the vestige, and we're going to come back out and go through the door that we just opened a couple minutes ago before we went out and dropped and got that javelin. That is a throwable, and you definitely want it. It's necessary for the trophies. So, let me see, I'll just equip that instead of the axe, I guess. Let me see. Yeah, it looks like the axe is actually a little bit better. I don't really need the rock. I'll just put the javelin there. I'm going to be switching to magic once I get a catalyst for radiance. So, anyway, now we're going to go back down here. And if we go down these steps about a halfway, if you look to the left, you'll see a piece of railing missing. If you roll out this way, you're going to be on top of this chandelier type thing, and there's going to be another vein. You'll soul flay that, and if you come over this way, you'll see that there's an area where you can roll out back onto the steps. We're going to continue downward, and right here, that's where we got our chest and picked up those 3 items. You're going to see now we can go through this door. And out here, there's going to be an umbral belly. Later on in the game, there's going to be and that is a pendant. Let me see what it does. Deal additional damage with a smaller equip load. And I'm going to keep my pendant for now. So anyway, later on, a stigma is going to appear here for a side quest. We might come back and get it. We might not. Side quests, the secret side quests, aren't trophy related. So this stigma that is going to appear here, it's going to be yellow and orange. And it does not count towards the stigma trophy. So if we don't come back and get it, it's nothing that's going to be a problem. But now we're going to come back this way, and we're going to go up this umbral ladder. And if we look to the right, there is our final body connected to the vein that is blocking this door. Behind this door, there's an umbral belly. And for some reason, sometimes it's funky walking through that area. It wants to trip you up or whatever, but you can walk through. And then you'll pick this up, and it's going to be the Searing Accusation. And that actually is a Inferno catalyst. And it might seem tempting to equip it and use it, but that's not what we want to do. We want to take it back up these stairs where we talked to the tortured prisoner, and we're going to give her the Searing Accusation, and that's going to kick off the side quest for the tortured prisoner. So we give that to her. She still mumbles. And she's actually going to drop an item. We could run out and rest and get it. Or if you just go to quit the game. If we just quit and go back to the main menu and then hit continue. It's going to be like we rested, only we're going to be right back where we were before, and the tortured prisoner is gone because she's moved on to her next progression point. But she did drop this, her head cage, which is an item that goes towards the armor trophy. So after we pick that up, we can go back out the door this way and go back to our Skyrest vestige. And we've already gotten everything in between Skyrest, around Skyrest, up to the point of Sanctuary. So we'll go ahead and warp there. And if you're following along, this area should look familiar to you. You'll see the enemies are respawned, but you'll remember we got all the items out here, so we don't need to go back that way. We are going to go this way, which is directly across from the vestige. We'll get this guy that followed me. And let's see how many skulls I got. I might be able to use some to level up. Let's see. What do I got bigger? Yeah, I can upgrade my character. Let's see. What do I want? What do I want? I'm going to take a little bit of vitality, and I'll go ahead and do that. And I'm all right on the verge of another level, so I can use a couple more of those skulls and get it. Let's see, how much are these? These are 200. Yeah, if I use 2 of those, should level me up. let's see here. Radiance 12. I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade strength one more time for right now. Put my strength at 16. And now we're gonna continue across to the ladder and climb up. Climb up this ladder. And if we move on ahead and break through these, there's a door we can walk through. We're gonna pick up the item, which is the broken bucket and the condemned gear. Now, this is a secret side quest. This isn't necessary for any trophies, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it because if we do this, this Bucket Lord guy is gonna show up on some of our mini boss fights and help us out. So we'll go ahead and do this one. But what we want to do is we want to equip the broken bucket as our weapon. And we're going to do a couple gestures. First, we are going to do greeting. Hi. And now we're going to point downward. And I think I got the gesture. Yes, I did. This was one of the gestures that we picked up on our last playthrough, the Bucket Lord Salute. And once we do that one, you'll see if we interact with him, it says the pride of the Bucket Lords has been affirmed. And that kicks off his little secret side quest. Like I said, nothing trophy related, but he'll help us out in some fights. So now just make sure to go back to your inventory and equip your actual weapon. Let me see. Do I want to put the Crimson Rector sword on? What's that do for my encumbrance? I'm still in medium, so we'll try that. We'll see how the Crimson Rector sword does versus my Paladin sword is what I had before, I believe. There's the broken sword. Paladin sword. Yeah. The Crimson Rector sword is doing some more damage, so we're gonna go with that. And do I just want to two-hand this thing, or do I want to sword and board it? We'll try sword and board for right now. So anyway, after we walk out that door where we just talked to the Bucket Lord, you'll see there's a little skinny beam. We're gonna cross it, and if we turn right, there's a door that we can walk through, but we're gonna go ahead and pop Umbral because there's a belly there that we need to pop. And it is going to have an Umbral Vertebrae, which is a consumable, not a necessary item for trophies or anything. But, like I said, we're getting everything. Now, where this ladder is and the drop-off is, you want to pass that first, because there's an item right here, and it's going to be the Empyrean Grenade, which is a throwable that we do need for a trophy. And if you don't have an Radiance Catalyst yet, we'll need it to kick off Kukujin's quest here in a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and go down one level. And there's nothing over here, but you will see that Damarose is here. So you're going to want to go through her dialogue, and that's going to kick off her quest. And she's going to give us an Inferno spell. Conflagration? I wasn't looking at it. But anyway, yeah, obviously you need all those spells for the Inferno spell trophy. So she gives that to us. She's repeating her dialogue, so she's going to show up in her next location. There's an enemy here, and we are going to go past this ladder. And if you're in Axiom, this would be a door or a gate right here that you would have to Umbral walk through, but we're already in Umbral, so we're going to come out here, drop down and pick up this item, which that wasn't necessary. The bombs, they are you know, just consumables, nothing necessary for the trophy. But if we fall back down, we can go ahead and rest to get out of Umbral and reset everything, because we're going to be fighting a boss, well, a mini boss here in a second. But we're going to go back up the ladder, up this ladder. Back across the beam. We already got the item over here. It would have been behind this door if you were in Axiom. Go down to this level. As you can see, Damaros is gone because we've talked to her and progressed her to her next progression point. I'm going to kill this enemy behind me, and there's going to be a mini-boss in the next room. So I'm going to take out my lamp and hold down R1, because she has an Umbral Parasite protecting her, and I think I just heard it go off. But if you hold out your lamp and activate it, you can get that parasite from in here. We'll see what happens when we get out there, if we got it or not. But first, kill these two enemies, and there is an item right here. This is a quest item, the Bloody Aspergillum. That's a quest item for Dunmire, and we are at the boss. We did get her parasite, and there you see our Bucket Lord friend trying to help us out. She's beat me up a little. I'm so used to my other build. My other build, I dual wield. And she dead. Now, once she's dead, we've already gotten the item up there, but we are going to go ahead and pop Umbral right here. And there's going to be a belly with a Sanguinarix. So, I'm going to pick that up, or I keep saying Sanguinarix, Saintly Quintessence, which upgrades our Sanguinarix. And the Bucket Lord guy drops an item. It's the Pride of the Bucket Lords. Now, every mini-boss he shows up at, he's going to drop one of these. Anytime you get to 4, you want to return to him, and we'll do it in our playthrough, but you want to return to him and give him the 4. If you pick up a 5th one, unless you just discard the buckets, the next fight he shows up at, he's going to try to fight you instead of help you. So at 4, you always want to come back and give them back to him. But if we press on ahead, there's an enemy here. And we're going to fall right here. Get this item. That's just a consumable. Run and jump the gap. There is an item right here. That is a throwable that we need for a trophy. Run and jump back across the gap. And this time we're going to go up the ladder. And you know what? This might be a good time to go ahead and stop this video. I think there's a little ways between the next good stopping point, so we're just going to run back over here. This is a seed bed where we just fought that last mini boss and got our Saintly Quintessence. And so if I have one, I've got 2. I'm used to having like 99, but I'm going to go ahead and drop a seed. And we are going to call that the end of this video, and we'll see you in the next one, where we'll continue off from this same point. All right, catch you later, guys.